22. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to the Omni Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This show is an amalgam of strange, weird, bizarre, off-the-wall, and actually that's the oldest thing. Yeah, this is a dive into the weird, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, covering topics seldomly, if ever, seen from most news sources these days. Join us! During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss. For links to these articles, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Alexander, and today I am joined by...
Noah.
We also have the Rhombusser, who's probably driving, and Dale Gribble, of course, in the live studio audience. Pardon me, I should call you by your other alias, Rusty Shackleberg. Damn, I'm outing you like a snitch. I need to shut my mouth. Anyway, let's get into the news today, shall we? And I'm trying to find... Okay, this is the one here. Okay, let's go all the way back here. So, Mr. Noah, do you want to read the headlines, and I'll read the paragraphs?
Yeah,
all right.
Of course. Dresden's massive tobacco mosque, a story of deception.
Huh. The
Here's
German...
by Reddit. No, are those...
Okay.
Go for it.
The German city of Dresden is famous for the Baroque architecture that runs along the banks of the Elbe River, but there is one exception that stands out like a sore thumb, the iconic Jenzi building, aka the Tobacco Mosque. Featuring clear oriental architectural elements of mosques and the famous Alhambra Palace of Granada, the Jenzi has been towering over Dresden's Friedrichstadt neighborhood for over a century, which is 100 years. At 62 meters or 203 feet tall, featuring 600 windows of various styles and boasting an impressive glass dome, it would be one of the largest mosques in the world, but despite its appearance, the Jenzi is not and has never been a mosque. For most of its existence, the Jenzi has operated as a tobacco factory, and its unusual design was chosen both as homage to the oriental origin of the tobacco processed here, but also a clever way to bend the rules on architectural restrictions in Dresden city center. So, okay.
It's kind of strange, yeah, that's an odd thing.
That would be rather tall for a mosque, you know?
It looks like a hotel, to be honest, or a palace.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But it just looks like
palace,
if you take away the facade, you know, it looks like, you know, a standard, like, you know, industrial era style giant brick factory building.
Yeah, but it has that roof ornament that you see in the center.
Yeah, well, and the spires, you know, and all the windows.
That's the part that looks like a palace to me. The rest of it just seems like a giant hotel.
That's it's still an interesting, you know, building.
It's an interesting design too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go on. Let's go.
Well, let's move on up. What else do we have here?
You want me to read this one?
If you don't mind.
Spanish grocery store to charge tourists who come in just to look. That seems illegal.
That's not cool.
It is illegal, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm not sure. Like maybe in the States, but this is in Spain. This is in Spain.
Yeah, well, so, I don't think it should be legal, but whatever.
Well, let's read this here. Fed up with tourists who only come to check out the scenery, the owners of CHEEEEEEESburger, a centennial grocery store in Barcelona, have put up a sign announcing a €5 or $5.60 fee for coming in just to look. CHEEEEEESburger has been...
It does sound like it's illegal. It does sound like it is.
I don't know, dude. Like I really doubt you know the legal system of Spain. But I'm not sure.
Well, I don't, but like it sounds like it ought to be. Anyway.
It sounds messed up, yes. But let's see what it goes on to say here. CHEEEEEEESburger has been in business since 1898 and is one of the most eye-catching locations in all of Barcelona. The vintage look of the store and the traditional design of the interior draw in hundreds of tourists every day, but the problem is that many of them aren't actually interested in the products. Products sold inside. All kinds of traditional Spanish cured sausages, cold cuts, cured cheeses, oils, wines, etc. According to one of the managers, many tourists enter the store without even muttering a simple hello, wandered around taking pictures, and then simply leave without buying anything. So he decided to charge people for just looking, just to discourage them. So, now, it may seem messed up, Noah, but if you're a business owner, think about it. It would be really annoying to have people just come in, take pictures, and leave. Like, especially when it's happening, like, so often. Like, so I can't help but, you know, be on the business owner's side in this point. So.
I mean, okay, but I still think it shouldn't be allowed to charge someone for entering a building unless you paid for a ticket in advance or something like that.
Well, the thing is that once again, it is a private business, and they set up their business to make money.
Sure.
If people are just coming in, like they're not a public park, like you go to a store to buy things.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well, is it like a...
But they're not going in with the intent to buy anything. They're going in just to take pictures and such, and that's a private business. I'm sorry, they're well within their rights with that. Like, I have to agree with them.
Well, if they're a private business and that's allowed, I guess it has to be allowed. But I don't think it's ethical. But,
well, okay. Once again, how would you feel if you owned a business and people came in, you made no money off of them?
They didn't buy anything.
Yeah, and then just left.
Yeah.
Like they're crowding the store.
No, you have a point there. If it's a private business, then
Yeah, they're there to make money, not to be oogled at. But anyway, let's move on up here. Here we go. Check this out.
Oh wow, this one's about Burger King.
Yep.
Is everyone else here just muted besides us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here, why don't you read this one, and I'll read the thing underneath.
Okay.
Or do you want to do it?
No. I'll read. Yeah, we can swap. So, Burger King's real cheeseburger contains 20 slices of processed cheese, no meat, no sauce, just cheese and bun.
That doesn't sound healthy at all, but okay.
No.
Okay. Burger King Thailand recently shocked the fast food world with its latest addition to the menu, a real cheeseburger that consists of, we just read this, 20 slices of cheese between 2 sesame seed buns and nothing else. The real cheeseburger hit Burger King locations across Thailand last Sunday and immediately went viral online. I mean, it sounds like they're just trying to give people heart attacks, but fast food has never been more fast, in my opinion.
Yeah. But what else does it say?
They clarified that this is no joke, this is for real via the social media channels. I'm just reading ahead.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind reading the whole article, so that way, anybody who's listening...
Yeah, okay. I'll read the top 2. How about that? Paragraphs.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah, people started posting photos of the tower-like burger, expressing their disbelief that something like this was actually being sold and marketed as food. I added and marketed, but many people still didn't believe it was anything more than a stunt, but Burger King clarified that this is no joke. This is for real.
Oh, my God.
Via its own social media channels, and the usual burger consists of 20 slices of American cheese stacked between 2 buns, comes with no sauce, pickles, and most importantly, no meat patty. By some accounts, the cheese is sometimes not even grilled or melted. It's disgusting, I think.
So, I mean, just...
Oh my God! Look at that thing.
This looks literally like out of something like Papa's Burger, where you just throw an excessive amount of toppings on a burger.
This belongs on Futurama.
Yeah, but
yeah, it does. It belongs on Futurama.
Yeah, no, but there's another
cheeseburger.
There's another article from another source I have later on down the line, but I have a couple of pictures here of actual cheeseburgers. Because we have this, that is a decent amount of cheese, like heart attack causing right there. But then there's also this, and this is probably what it actually looks, just straight up just cheese, with burger.
Where'd you find that one? Was that from the same thing?
No. I've had this for a while. Then we also have the burger made of cheeseburgers. Which I would
a burger bun. That's hilarious.
It's a burger.
Too much bread for me.
But then this is when it gets a little gratuitous. So just so much
please hit myself
cheese
in the face really hard.
But it still has tomatoes and ketchup and lettuce and some onion stuff. So it has some things. This guy here is really getting into it. Getting into that cheese. Just nothing but cheese.
There's just no way.
And of course, we have the Beefburger, which is just like a cheeseburger, but opposite.
Only you would have that photo. And
I would. And see, what's really cool then is that you can dip it into a nacho cheese fountain. You can wash it down with some cheese milk, and then you have some cheesecake for dessert. So
wait, go back to the Chesquick.
Chesquick.
That's not real, right?
No, it's not. And that's just scratching the surface of my cheese memes.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
It still says Netley's. Oh, my God. Not
Netley's.
That's why you know it's not real.
Yeah. Not yet.
Cheese milk.
And here, have some cheesecake. But let's get back on track here. What else do we have?
Anyone else here, or am I just the only one doing it with you?
Just you and I.
I guess they're just listening. Okay.
Yeah.
Man sentenced to prison for systematically terrorizing neighbors with loud music. Wait, he went to prison, not jail.
Prison.
Well, how long did he go? Oh, it says he went for 5 years. Well,
let's see here. A Barcelona man was sentenced to 1 year in prison after a court found that he had been terrorizing his neighbors for at least 5 years by playing loud electronic music almost non-stop. Oh my God. What?
It doesn't seem fair either, actually.
No.
None of this seems fair.
It says here, court in Mataró in Barcelona, Spain, recently ruled against a man who had reportedly been driving his neighbors crazy by playing electronic music at a loud volume. The nightmare of the man's neighbors began in 2012 when he started playing his unbearably loud music all day and night, despite repeated requests.
I would move out.
Despite repeated requests to turn the volume down, as well as visits from the local police. The man refused to comply, and the people had no choice but to put up with it. In 2015, 3 neighbors who lived in a house attached to that of the accused filed a complaint against him after having endured nearly 3 years of electronic music at full volume. They claimed that the constant banging music was causing them both physical and mental issues. Wow, like this is.
That sounds like a sleep deprivation problem. He could have gotten. I guess he got sued. That's what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
it just seems like
that
you should move out at that point.
That is loosely, can be loosely defined as terrorism. You know, that is an obnoxious neighbor.
You should just. Yeah. You don't want to be forced to move your house because someone plays music too loudly over their balcony or whatever. But it sounds like something I would move out because of.
Yeah.
I'd say it didn't stop. Yeah.
That's awful though. Hopefully he gets more time in prison. Hopefully he gets barred from having electronic music in his house, or I don't know. Something needs to be done with this guy. I don't think they're supposed to have
anything like that once they're in prison. Once they get out, they have parole officers and all that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on up here. We got some more from Oddity Central. Scammer poses as God, asks woman for deposits at Bank of Heaven. What?
Wait, can you read that one again, the title, because it said God.
Scammer poses as God, asks woman for deposits at Bank of Heaven. So
who fell for that? Did anyone fall for that?
Apparently somebody did, because it's a story, so why don't you read this one?
The average Christian be like.
Let's say 300,000 euros. Okay, keep reading. Let's see, let's go over this. I can read this one, actually.
Yeah, you read. It's your turn.
Okay, well, and then it's going to be... Okay.
Yeah.
A Spanish man stands accused of taking advantage of an overly religious old woman by posing oh God. That sounds like what happened to my mom, as her Lord and Savior, and asking her to deposit money to his Church of Heaven. You can't make this up. It only gets weirder from here, folks.
Yeah, just keep going.
Oh my God. Could you say no to God? What if he called you directly to ask for a favor? Esperanza, an elderly woman from Leon, in northwestern Spain, could not refuse God when he called her on the telephone and told her to put her savings in his Church of Heaven. This is so weird. Because it offered better interest than earthly ones. What? Okay, so the woman did it, I guess?
Yeah, keep reading.
The woman never once suspected that she was being scammed, and she was convinced that she was chosen of the Virgin. A chosen of the Virgin, long before receiving the call, getting a direct call from the Almighty didn't seem really all that strange. Over 6 years, Esperanza followed God's instructions and deposited around 300,000 euros in a small drawer at a local convenience store, convinced the money would end up in a heavenly church. This is weirder than what happened to my mom.
Yeah, so, this is just awful.
And something just like that happened to my.
You know what?
My mom.
I say, people who get caught and proven that they scam the elderly out of their money and stuff, that should be the death penalty. You know,
Yeah, because I lost my home over that.
The elderly person that lost all that money due to a scam.
Dude, I lost my home when my mom fell for that scam.
Yeah. Well, not that scam specifically, but still, And let's not get into that because that's some personal information. But it happens, and this is really sad.
Happened to me.
So I mean, old people, their noodle starts, not working that well. They start, the sense starts, going out the window, and it's a really scary sight. A really scary thing to know that eventually it's going to happen to mostly everybody. Very few people are fully cognitively, all right by the age of like 80, 90 if they get there, So, anyway, let's move on up here. Here we go.
Okay.
You read the headline, and I'll read
the world's richest beggar is worth over $1 million. Wait, he's a beggar?
Yeah. So this reminds me of the stupid little beggar games you can get on your smartphone or whatever. An Indian man who spends his days asking people for pocket change on the streets of Mumbai has been dubbed the world's richest beggar by Indian media, who claims he is worth over $1 million. While many people in India toil long hours every single day for a few hundred rupees, Bharat Jain, the so-called world's richest beggar, reportedly makes between 2,000 and 2,500 rupees every day by asking generous people for handouts. Jain has been begging at busy Mumbai locations like, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus Railway Station, CSMT, or Azad Maidan for many years now, and has accumulated quite a fortune. His net worth is expected to be around 7.5 crore or $1 million, and includes a 2-bedroom flat in Mumbai with 1.2 crore, or worth 1.2 crore, and 2 shops in Thane that rents for 30,000 rupees per month. His monthly income is estimated to vary between 60,000 rupees, which is $731, and 75,000 rupees, $914, which is apparently a lot more than most employed Indians earn. Wow. So this guy literally became the main character of the world by utilizing video game mechanics. He saved up, and he has his own apartment. He owns two businesses that he rents out.
Still a beggar.
And he's still a beggar. This is wild.
It is kind of
wow.
wild.
You own property, man. Why are you begging? Stop it.
Kind of a strange thing to do, yeah.
There's people out there who actually need that money. You started off from the bottom, now you're here. Now, let other people climb. Get off the ladder. Oh. Anyway.
Yeah, he's a little rung.
Yeah, let's move on up. More from Audio Central. World's largest gas station can refill 120 cars at the same time. I know about Buc-ee's. I am very well aware about Buc-ee's.
Wait, where you been there?
I have not, but I've watched some videos and whatnot, and they might end up out here too. This is a revolution. Okay. Go for it, man.
Okay, here we go. So the world's largest gas station belongs to 74,000 square foot. I can't read that word. Was that Buki? Buc-ee's in Tennessee with 120 gas pumps and 350 employees.
Wow.
Doesn't feel like it would just be a gas shop. Wouldn't they also have a shop on the side, like an A&P?
Oh yeah, no, they have a whole thing. Pardon me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like a grocery store and a shopping, and also. So it says Buc-ee's, the world famous gas station chain that dominates roads across the American South, operates dozens of gas stations, but none as big as they recently opened near Sevierville, Tennessee, just off the I-40. Buc-ee's is known for incorporating mega stores into their massive gas stations. Kind of cool, actually. They don't do that over here. But the newest one takes over the cake. At 74,000 square feet, the world's largest gas station features a massive shopping center. Is that bigger than a football field? I think it is.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, the world's largest gas station features a massive shopping center, a full barbecue restaurant, spacious bathrooms, and a massive rest area. And like any respectable gas station, it has plenty of gas pumps, 120 to be exact. So can you reshare? I can't. It's getting blurry.
Maybe. Hold on a second. Let me.
It got blurry like 10 seconds ago.
I forgot about my quality. So there we go.
Don't worry.
No, Buc-ee's essentially if you look at things like Walmart and Costco, they're these big mega stores, and then they started having gas pumps. Well, Buc-ee's did the opposite. They started as a gas station, and then now they're a gas station that's also a superstore. So they went down like a different technology tree path evolutionary branch type thing, but
yeah, exactly. It's what they did.
It's awesome. And look at that. Look at that looks so good. That's Oh, you can see the brisket right there, charred to perfection.
Are those
Yum.
tortilla corn chips?
Those are
Wait,
barbecue
those corn
chips. Barbecue chips.
Dude, I want to eat that. Stop.
I do too.
Making me hungry. I already.
But yeah, no, like, you know, Buc-ee's, I hope they end up out here, although I really doubt a place like Buc-ee's would be even allowed in California. I'm not sure. But we'll see. Anyway, let's move on up here. Ooh, here we go.
Okay. Athlete does 3,249 push-ups in 1 hour to break world record.
Oh.
That one's a little less interesting in my opinion, but it's still pretty
Well, that's a
interesting.
lot. Like, goes on to say, an Australian fitness enthusiast recaptured a Guinness World Record title by performing 3,249 push-ups in 1 hour. So, yeah, that's a lot. Daniel Scully, at the age of 30, previously set the record for most push-ups in 1 hour at 3,182 in April of last year, but his record was broken by fellow Australian Lucas Helmke, who performed 3,206 in November, of last year. So Scully,
yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Scully's left arm is in near constant pain due to a condition called complex regional pain syndrome, which was caused by a severe break when he was 12 years old. So on top of doing that, his arm's in constant pain. Yikes. Oh, that's why he has that sleeve there. Okay, that's probably compression. So, but that's a lot of push-ups, Noah. Like, I'm not going to do the math. I'm not going to do the math, but I think that's more than one push-up every 10 seconds. I'm not sure. So
I think it's around that. I mean, you would do it like every 5 to 10 seconds. It takes that long to do a push-up, right?
Well, I mean, like, you know, he might be like, you know, going really fast.
It depends on how fast.
It might take a little. Well, he's really fit because he did 4,000 of them almost.
If you're trying to do a push-up challenge, 60 push-ups in a minute, it's push-up per second, which is possible. Anyone, if you're quick enough, you can do it.
Okay.
Nice.
You just gotta have the only problem is you gotta have the endurance.
Yeah. What else do we have here? More from UPI. What?
Oh, I was going to ask you a question, but I'll get to it when we get to that topic.
Oh yeah, we have a couple of them up here. What we're getting is
there should be three Reddit posts.
I got 2.
They're in mic lists.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that.
From
UPI, we have a Mexican company created a 1,429.47 pound marshmallow. That is a big marshmallow.
Oh wait, can I see a picture of this thing? World's largest marshmallow.
Let's see here.
I haven't had marshmallows since I was like 3. The last time I ate a marshmallow, I was 3 years old.
Well, I can't click the video because it's TikTok, and I refuse to allow China to take my data. So
why don't you just let me do it?
Okay. Well, the link is let me post this in mic list here for you real quick.
Yeah, here I'll
so you
do
can
this
see.
Here.
Let's see here. Let's check Google image here real quick. Images.
Oh, well, that'll work.
Oh, here it is. That is a big marshmallow.
Room.
Look at the size of that thing.
Swimming pool.
It is huge.
Dude, that's a freaking swimming pool.
That's more like a couple oil drums.
It's like a jacuzzi. You could get inside of it and eat it. What the heck?
Yeah. It looks like if you turn a jacuzzi into a cotton candy maker and just let it build up. That's what you got. That's what it looks like.
That's exactly. They probably just did that.
Probably, actually. That'd be interesting. But yeah. So what does it say here?
Hot tub. You want me to read it this time?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Well, that's what we've been doing. Like you read a highlight, then I read the body, then I read a highlight, you read the body.
Yeah. So on July 13th, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's a time zone.
No, July 13th is a date, which was yesterday.
Okay. A Mexican candy company earned a Guinness World Record by creating a massive marshmallow weighing more than a grand piano. Oh my god.
Wow.
Who just jumped in and left?
That was Miss Waffle.
Do you know them?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
So next paragraph.
I'm reading the next paragraph. Dulces Mazapan, or however you say it, De La Rosa, created the marshmallow outdoors at Plaza Fundadores in Guadalajara as a part of celebrations surrounding the state of Jalisco.
Yeah.
Jalisco. just because 21st anniversary. So like their independence from whatever other country they had them for, I guess. Maybe.
The
company took about 100 people and 53 hours to prepare a giant fluffy treat.
Yikes!
The marshmallow came in weighing at about 1,429.47 pounds, more than a whopping 1,058 pound Steinway D274 grand piano, Guinness World Record said.
Wow.
That's amazing. And it beat the world record set by Britain.
Yeah. Back in 2019, 205.25 pounds. That's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's amazing.
What else do we have? Oh, this one's...
Oh, my God. Okay. Mail delivery suspended in Texas neighborhood due to dive bombing hawk. A hawk?
Yeah, a hawk is apparently dive bombing the mail people because of territorial...
I thought they were talking about, like, the Unabomber for a second there, whatever it's called.
No. Says mail delivery has been temporarily suspended to a Texas neighborhood due to a dive-bombing hawk that has been targeting postal workers and anyone else who goes outside. Residents of Milam Place and Kenwood Avenue in the Travis Heights neighborhood of Austin said they have recently been forced to keep an eye on the sky to avoid being struck in the head by the bird. Quote, my brother was on a run and he thought I punched him in the back of the head, which I haven't done in 15 years, Alfred Del Barrio told KTBC TV. I've always been able to dodge it. I just kind of like to go underneath my awning or run into my car, end quote. So the whole neighborhood is at threat. Well, just like captured or something, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for, everything humane, but, like, if there's no real way to do it, like, because birds are attacking us because, we've basically shown them that they have no reason to fear us. So why shouldn't they attack us? But at the same time, we gotta be like, like, what's more important, you not getting attacked or the safety of the animal? Are you gonna sit there and let it claw at you and be like, well, at least I'm not cruel. Meanwhile, you're getting your eye gouged out. Like, at some point something's got to give, and that hawk needs to be dealt with. So, yeah. Anyway, Burger King sandwich. Oh yeah, this is another article about this this cheeseburger. So we covered that already. That looks.
Yeah, we did. That was interesting.
Absolutely disgusting.
That was nuts.
God. Anyway. More from UPI. Former Nebraska missile silo for sale after YouTuber renovation. And I've heard about many of these. Go for it, Noah.
Okay, so let me see. July 12th, UPI. I'm not sure what that means again, but...
That's the date, bro.
An unusual home is for sale in Nebraska. Home for sale in Nebraska. Formerly a missile silo before being remodeled by a popular YouTuber. I'm guessing that was Mr. Beast or something like that. I don't know. Influencer behind Andrew Flair. So no, the influencer behind Flair Channel on YouTube. That's it. Flair Channel on YouTube bought the former nuclear silo for more than $550,000 in 2022, and spent 45 days transforming it into an underground home. So he basically made a bunker.
More or less, yeah. But I mean, like,
that was smart. That's smart.
There are actually a lot of decommissioned, especially like Cold War era missile silos that the military has passed into the hand. After obviously like decontaminating and taking out technology and whatnot, but the structures are still there. So like they've passed it along into the private sector, and now people can buy these missile silos and have them as their homes. Like, it's really wild. Like, I think there's one where they actually, because like it's not just the silo, it's all the offshoot rooms, and like the maintenance and like all that stuff. So it's a whole thing. It is a bunker more or less. Like it's not built to withstand anything, because it's built to launch something, but maybe it is built to like withstand minor strikes.
They have those like bunkers that go down like 20 stories below the earth.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that's kind of nuts. They do that.
Yeah. But no, like there's one home bunker I saw where they converted the bottom part of the actual silo into a swimming pool. Like it was awesome. So anyway, let's see here. Let's move on up. Oh, Oh, dang, Ramister left. Oh, well.
It's just us two now?
Yeah.
Wow. Where is Alice right now?
Probably at work.
Okay.
Actually, no, she should be home at 6.
Can I read the title this time?
Yeah, go for
it. Title
no, okay. You read the title.
78 pilots were slaughtered.
Pilot whales.
Near. I'm reading it. Yeah, 78 pilot whales. Something's wrong with my site. Were slaughtered near a cruise ship carrying marine conservationists. That sounds interesting.
Yikes!
Because they're right there.
Yeah. Well, a cruise line is apologizing to passengers who witnessed the killing of dozens of pilot whales near their dock ship this week in the Faroe Islands. Passengers aboard the cruise ship Ambition, owned by the UK-based Ambassador Cruise Line, had just arrived Sunday in the port of Tórshavn in the Danish territory when they caught the spectacle, part of a long-standing and highly scrutinized local tradition. Among those passengers were conservationists with Orca, a marine life advocacy group that seeks to protect whales and dolphins in European waters. Since 2021, Ambassador has paid for Orca staff to join their cruises in order to educate tourists on marine wildlife and collect data on the animals. So essentially what happened was they just so happened to be there while this tradition was happening, and the whale conservationists saw dozens of whales get systematically slaughtered, and that is tragic.
Doesn't it seem strange? Yeah, doesn't it seem strange that they happen to be right there when they slaughtered all these whales?
Obviously, somebody wasn't paying attention to what data was.
I'm not saying that the conservationists did anything. I'm just saying it's kind of strange.
Well, no. Like, to me, like, obviously, whoever was in charge of the booking of the cruise ship did not put in the work in realizing that it would be there during that time. Somebody didn't do their homework. Like, I hope. Like, I hope somebody. I hope this isn't intentional, you know? And, like, see, here's the thing. Like, you know, I understand, you know, whale wars and all that stuff and whatnot, but, you know, to some people, that is a way of life. You know, some traditions should be gone, but, like, I'm not one to say, you know, whether or not whaling should be gone because, you know, that's their livelihood, you know, in some cases. And, you know, this is a small little, like, fishing village, and this is a long-standing tradition and such. So it's just, like, it is a tragedy that they were there to witness it, but it's also kind of hilarious. Like, let's be honest. Like, the irony of the situation.
No, it's just really, really ironic.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just really ironic. The irony is amazing.
Yeah. But let's move on up here. Ripley's round trip, the world's most mysterious islands. Ooh. So, and, like, you don't have to read all of this. Like, actually, I'll spit through this real quick. Because Ripley has a different way of writing. So, like, an island of criminals, straight up a nightmare, nuclear wasteland, an island filled with graves, an island of restless spirits. You know, so, yeah, like, go to the underbar of the description below for links to these. You know, like, there's a bunch of interesting islands out there and whatnot. We also have from Ripley's as well, the terrifyingly true stories of people that were buried alive. So, like, once again, you know, these are multiple sub-articles within the articles describing the various people.
Real Kill Bill stuff.
Yeah, well, like there have been many instances of people, like, you know, these people are here. Anika Hawkwatts, Philomene Jointree, Tom Gurian, Angela Hayes, Mike Meany, all buried alive. Like, that's wild. Wow. So, just to name a few, you know. And we also have liquid trees could solve the urban air pollution crisis. Huh. And once again, you know, they have different things, sub-articles within the articles, so it's not something that we can really read because there's different, you know, branches to this story that they all need to be looked at.
Right. So, we read this one before. Hang on.
I don't think so.
I did. I must have submitted it a long time ago. I know what this is.
Could liquid trees replace real trees? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no, they better not be thinking about replacing real trees. Dude, this is how corporation, overlord, dictatorship, demagogue, like, evil futures happen. When you give all the power...
I know I mentioned it to someone. I found this a long time ago.
Huh. Well,
I don't remember if I gave it to you or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look at this after the show here. But now let's get into what you found, Mr. Noah. Let's see here, Michaelis. Oh, okay, these 3 links. Are these the same links that you posted earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, So let me close these.
Wait,
here.
there's actually a fourth one I want to put up in there. Hang on. And you can open that file, that PDF also. Put in a fourth one.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell us about this? What's going on? Like, this is your post on Reddit, right, about ufology?
Which one are you looking at? UFOB?
The first link, unidentified anomalous phenomenon disclosure.
That's not me.
Act.
That's someone else. The one on UFOB is my post.
Okay.
So the unidentified anomalous phenomenon disclosure act of 2023 was published on the Democrats' Senate page, the portal for the Democrats. And it basically says they're looking for a regular citizen, I think. It might be someone that has training in the field. I don't know what it is. But if you go to the other one, it says they're looking for someone that is non-partisan. So someone like not biased in parties, like left or right.
Sorry for laughing. Like, the government looking for somebody who's non-biased. That's hilarious.
Okay, so something big is about to change, I think.
Yeah.
And this is the document here, the Democrats.Senate.gov page.
Yeah.
Did I get four different articles?
Yeah, I have 4 different articles. I actually brought this up from this first one here because it has the link.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. Okay. And I will post links to all these in the underbar in the description below after the live stream, of course. And actually, do we have any comments? Like, I haven't been looking at
Here, I put them all in one post on Discord.
Yeah, I see. I see.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah. So, but now what is this one here?
Anonymous is preparing a video release. We, as the collective, are here to push disclosure of Daniel Sheehan's. He's a senator. Whistleblowers, like the 6 whistleblowers that were coming up. You remember? I guess we didn't talk about that one, but the Pentagon Papers attorney and aid any whistleblowers, and it says game time. So Anonymous is taking, like, I guess they're related to the, Anonymous actually takes some roots in the Army. They have high amount of ties to the American Army.
Huh.
I'm just gonna be honest. There's a lot of that. So it says Anonymous is compiling data, interviews, etc., and will be releasing a disclosure video in the preparation for the grand stage to be taken by David Grush, Congress, and any other whistleblowers represented by Daniel Sheehan, the famous Pentagon Papers lawyer. We are preparing an operation that will serve and help whistleblowers come forward for awareness to the UFO, UAP, alien topic. The whistleblowers, links on the Daily UK website, and all sorts. Yeah. And then there's also, if you're interested in reading this other one, well, not you, but like any of the viewers, because obviously we can't do it now and it's really long. There's this one. There's a 5th link now at the bottom.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, slow down there.
So this is like the main what's happening with it. This is Anon2 World on Twitter and Reddit.
Where are you posting it?
The one you're looking at right now.
Oh, okay.
You're looking at it. Okay. That's the one that they made their press statement there, I guess, and it's on Twitter also.
All right. So you heard it here, folks. Check the underbar in the description. These links will be posted after the live stream, of course. But that shall wrap us up, unless Noah has anything else to talk about involving all that.
Anything else you want to talk about? Dang.
Anything more about these UFO, UAP, stuff that
I want to read the one that I posted, the one that says it's by the Golden Leaper. Can you find that one? That's my...
Yeah, where is that?
On UFOB subreddit. r/UFOB. r/UFOB.
UFO. Okay, this one here?
Yeah, so this one is the one that I posted. I just took some part out of it that I noticed and put it on the title. So the UAP Disclosure Act of 2023 actually says, not later than 45 days after the date of the enactment of this act, the president shall appoint one citizen of the United States without regard to political affiliation to the president to the position of executive director of the review board, which is written in the document you see right there on the top of the
they'll just grab whatever whatever person they already are going to put in there.
That's the main headline for that post. They were talking about it on Twitter. I'll link you something to put in the underbar.
All right, well, we already have all these links here, so let's wrap this up.
There's like a Twitter thread. A Twitter thread. You get the point.
Well, that will conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Please visit our link tree. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, we stream every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
I'm Noah.
And we also had Dale Gribble in the show for a little bit as a live studio audience, as well as Rama Sir. And for a brief moment of time, we had Miss Waffles popped in and out for a second there. Not sure what she was doing. Anyway, you viewer, you of course, and until you catch us next Friday. Oh, wait, no, until you catch us next Tuesday. I forgot what day it was. Or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show every day, or try to, at 11 in the morning Pacific time. And we have the Kicked Peanut coming up this Sunday. It is 3 p.m. Pacific time. We just talk about anything and everything all at once and all that stuff. Not the movie, of course, but we sometimes talk about that too. But anyway, until you catch us next time, whenever that is, wherever that is. Until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Toodles!